But let's move on to some other issues now here on the pulse. Residents of Atrama and Ampabeme in the Efija Kwabre district of the Ashanti region have been left in fear after a woman was found dead in a bush in a suspected ritual murder. The body of the deceased, believed to be in her 20s, had been wrapped in a nylon sack popularly known as the Ghana Masko and dumped in a bush by a roadside near the two communities. Nana Yao Jima visited the community and filed this report.
According to residents, an unidentified person deposited the body there last Sunday. Passers-by were attracted to the content by a strong smell from the apparently decomposed corpse, which some had assumed was refuse because people dump waste there. Kwame Mensah is a resident.
No one
assumed it was human body. We all saw it there, but thought it was refuse. The strong smell and insects made us thought that it is a human body. The perpetrator of the crime is not a resident of this town. Police were struggling to convey the body to the mortuary at the time JoyNews visited the scene on Thursday. They will, however, not speak to the issue, though they assure residents of intensified patrols in the area. There is, however, fear among residents who say they will avoid the route on suspicion the perpetrators could still be lurking around.
We are afraid of what happened because maybe it brought panic to us whilst we are going or we are coming. Yeah, that's it. Because we haven't seen anything like this before in this town. It has never happened. So we are afraid, and the way now the scent is coming in, it will even brought disease to us.
She says our children use this route to school every day, so we have to be very careful. I am afraid for my children. Reporting for JoyNews, Nana Ojima.
Rather worrying situation there, but about 130 students and teachers of Tebiri Jansa Junior High School at Impasaso in the Ashanti region have been left without shelter after fire ravaged their 3-unit classroom block. Wednesday night's incident in the Ahafua North-South district saw teaching and learning materials and other school property completely destroyed. Victims suspect a group of students who had been asked to repeat their class for non-performance is behind the fire. Nanaya Jima has more in the following report.
News of the inferno at the school, which sits on the outskirts of the town, came as a surprise to many because there is no electricity at the school. Distress calls to the nearest fire station at Tepa yielded no positive results. Members of the community managed to salvage only a few pieces of furniture. Students and teachers arrived on the campus Thursday morning to a devastating sight of the destruction. They later wore red armbands, calling for investigation to track down and bring perpetrators to book. Students say they have brought threats to the attention of community leaders and police after an earlier arson attempt. Though teachers will not speak on record, they say they have been targets of robbery. The community is saddened at the incident, as echoed by Nana Obriabua, a concerned parent. Since the time the incident happened till now, we have not slept. We are sad. Our children are home with us. We are now looking for a temporary solution to the problem. Our children have to go back to school. Police at Mankansu say they have commenced investigations into the matter. Superintendent John Edusei is district commander.
Now we are going to do in-depth investigation as to how the whole thing happened. So I hope with the support from the community, the teachers and the the paramount chief, the assembly members. I hope we can also get to some place somewhere. There is one or two rumors in town that some people might have caused this thing, but we are here to investigate. So for now, we can't prove. For me, I can't prove. Neither can my station officer there prove. Not until we get all stakeholders on board. They will also give us some information. We are now going to rely on them. The information that they will give us, that will help us to unravel how the whole thing happened.
The community proposes a senior high school structure and that construction be used temporarily by the displaced JHS students. Here is Omahine of the area, Nana Tebri Jansa III. All we can do is to appeal to government through your medium for support. We have a structure that can occupy them temporarily, but we still need support. Meanwhile, the district education directorate says it will liaise with the community to resettle the students based on advice from the district security committee. Osei Brenya is public relations officer.
Actually, we'll take the advice from the security side because we don't know what caused that fire. So if they will give us any place at all, the first area of contact is the security, whether they will be protected there, because we don't know who did that. And we don't know whether that person will continue to the other schools also. So this time we will handle the security first before we will locate the students or the teachers anyway. Since the structure is now serving as a death trap, we have to locate the children because there are some schools there, so either we allow them to join them for the time being, and on the part of the teachers also, we have to move them. Our problem with the teachers maybe that, rent. Some have stayed there, paid advance rent, and moving them may become problem. Actually, it's just a suggestion. So any teacher who is ready will suggest, it's just suggestion, any teacher who is ready to leave, then we find a place for that teacher. On the other hand, too, if you want to stay too, we'll know how to protect you by working over there.
Reporting for JoyNews, Nana Ojima.